Okay, part 2 so of our test, and we're moving on to question 9 here. And question 9 is as follows. So how much lighter is 24.3 kilograms compared to 26.7 kilograms? So if we're comparing the weight of two items, well, obviously you're going to be subtracting the smaller one from the bigger one. So how much lighter is one than the other? So I've already written it out here as a sum. So I've 26.7 kilograms taking away 24.3 kilograms. And just to make life easier, I'm going to put in my decimal point and my kg because I don't want to forget them in the end. I'm after switching to black marker here as well because I think that green marker earlier wasn't very clear. So let's start subtracting away here. So 7 take away 3 is of course 4. 6 take away 4 is 2. And 2 take 2 is 0, so I don't have to put anything in there. So my answer here is 2.4 kilograms. In other words, the smaller weight is lighter by 2.4 kilos. Okay. Question 10 is an easy enough question. Chance and probability. What is the chance of snow today? Is it likely, unlikely, or certain? Now, funnily, I'm recording this video here on a Sunday night, and there was a small bit of snow here this morning. It didn't stick or anything like that, but I have looked forward to the future, and I've seen the weather forecast, and I know that Tuesday onwards, Tuesday and Wednesday of the week of this week are going to be mild, I think. So I'm going to say unlikely for that one. So it's unlikely, I think it's going to snow this week, or today being Tuesday. Okay, question 11 now. 1 3/4 hours, what is that in minutes? So let's break it up. So 1 3/4 hours, so my 1 hour, as you know, there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. 3/4 of an hour then, how many minutes are in that? Well, you probably know that 1/4 of an hour, a quarter of an hour is 15. That means 2 quarters are 30. And of course 3/4 of an hour, and you should all know this one, is 45. Okay, so all I do here is I add my 60 and my 45, and you get, of course, 105 minutes. All right. 105 minutes there. Okay, question 12 now. Is the number 22 a symmetrical number? Now, a symmetrical number is any number that is the same if you look at it forwards or backwards, if you look at it from front or if you look at it from back. So, of course, 22 is, of course, if you look at it either way, you're still going to get 22. So the answer there is yes. Okay, let's go on to the more challenging ones here, and it's all about fractions, and in particular it's all about twelfths. So it says mark in the fraction names at each mark. Okay, so you'll see a lot of blanks there in the book. You'll notice I'm already after doing out the number line for you. So it's a fraction number line in twelfths, and I have F here for the frog. So the frog is at 0. And you're given 1/12, and you simply go along then in twelfths, but in a moment, of course, we're going to be asked for A, B, and C in their lowest forms, okay? So 1/12, 2/12, 3/12, 4/12, 5/12, 6/12, and so on, right up until one whole number. So let's do question 13. A frog takes 3 jumps and lands at A on the number line. What fraction of the number line in its lowest terms has the frog jumped to? So what fraction of the number line has he jumped to? Now it's lowest terms here. So look at the 3 jumps. We're going 1, 2, 3. And of course you can see in your book it's A. They want to know what fraction in its lowest terms is A. So A is 3/12, but we can reduce that and simplify it. And remember, when you're simplifying any fraction, you have to see if you can divide the top number into the bottom number. So I know that 3 can go into 12, so let's do our dividing. So 3 into 3 goes once, and of course 3 into 12 goes 4 times. So of course the answer there is a quarter. Okay, so a better way of saying 3/12 is a quarter. Okay, and again now, just to see what I did there, the highest common denominator is what we call it. So 3 can go into 3 once, and 3 can go into 12 then 4 times. Okay, that's how you simplify fractions. Just to explain it, if the top number can't go into the bottom number, that means that you can simplify it. So something like 5/12, you simply can't simplify that at all, because 5, as you know, can't go into 12 evenly. Okay, so they're the ones that we can simplify. So that's the answer for question 13, a quarter. Question 14 now, our frog is moving on. The frog takes 3 more jumps and he lands at B on the number line. What fraction in its lowest terms is the frog after jumping to? So here's B, and we're jumping 1, 2, 3. Now, in 12ths, B is 6/12. And again now, let's ask the question here, am I able to simplify that? Well, I know from looking at that I can divide 6 into 12, so I know straight away that I can simplify that. Okay, so let's do our dividing. We'll do the top line first. So 6 into 6 goes once, and 6 goes into 12 twice. So 6/12 is the same as a half. So your answer for that one there is a half for question 14. Question 15 is next. The frog takes 3 more jumps and lands on C. What fraction is point C? Now I think they made a mistake there in the book. I think they should have said there the frog takes 4 jumps. But it's not really going to affect the answer anyway, but I think they should have said 4 jumps, because you will notice in the book that C, like I have in there, is the the third last one there, whereas if you were taking 3 jumps you would have landed on 9/12. So we just change that there to 4. So the frog takes 4 more jumps and lands on C. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's my C. So simplifying again, 10/12. So again now, let's have a look at this. So is there any number that you can divide here that you can simplify these ones? And I can see here that I know that 2 is a number that goes into all of these. So 2 can go into 10 5 times, and you must keep the same number. 2 goes into 12 6 times. So when you simplify 10/12, you end up getting 5/6, and that's that number there simplified in its lowest terms. Okay, final question then is question 16. It says, what fraction of the line remains from point C to the number 1? So I know here if I do the jumps, so what's remaining from point C up to 1? So we can do the jumps here, because remember now we're jumping in 12ths, 1/12, 2/12. So my jump is 2/12. Okay, now they don't say there that you have to write it in its lowest terms, but we could try it out anyway. So is there any number here that can go into 2 and 12? And of course 2 is the number. So 2 into 2 goes once, 2 into 12 goes 6 times. So you can either say 2/12 or 1/6 for that one. Okay. Thanks everyone.